Hello, thank you for joining me today. I am here to catch up with you regarding a subject that's very close to my heart and the key reason on why I've created Creative Brides. So today's topic discussion is what can we do to make wedding planning easier? So as I've already mentioned, that is the sole purpose of Creative Brides because I hate the fact that we are planning our most specialist day, something that we're so keen and excited about it. And I hear so many horror stories of brides, grooms, bits and pieces having a really hard time and actually becoming more stressful than a pleasure. And I am on a mission to make it that the wedding planning part of organising your wedding is as fun as exciting as the wedding day itself. Right, so I do have a few tips for you on how you can do this. So first of all, give yourself enough time, wedding planning time. And what I mean by this is this does not mean that you cannot plan a wedding in under 6 months, because you can. I know you can because we did it, right? And I've worked with countless brides that have done it. However, there are things that you need to spend your time very wisely on. So first of all would be the research and price comparisons. This is how, if you're particularly working on a budget, you can really make the most of your budgets and things you want to achieve. Seek recommendations from other people that have been married or had their wedding recently, or even professional people that you like and follow. And don't rush important decisions. This is key. So things like your venues and things, follow your gut feeling. It's there for a reason. We all have it for a reason, and trust me, it's generally there to protect you from problems later on. So as I mentioned, the seeking recommendations, we as planners and brides and things that are organising a wedding or planning a wedding, we tend to think that we can't do what someone else has done because someone else has already done it. If that's worked, surely that's a great way to know that you know what you're getting. So for example, a friend of mine's had a fantastic DJ where we have danced all night long and had a brilliant time, and he's been absolutely fantastic. What stops you from using that DJ again? Because you know from personal experience and from friends' experience that DJ is going to do a great job. So surely we would use that DJ. It is a complete myth, a wedding myth, that you can't do what other people have done, because you can. It's your day. You can do that. And I promise you now, it will be one less stress to be able to have someone that you're have seen or used before, or got a recommendation from someone that you really, really trust. The second top tip is to educate yourself on wedding planning. So only because you've got a ring on your finger and you're newly engaged doesn't mean you naturally are a planner. Okay, I get it. We all have different roles and responsibilities. We all have lots of other bits and pieces going on. So please cut yourself some slack and actually help yourself out. So find yourself a mentor or a role model, right? Listen to podcasts of wedding planners and wedding communities. Join social pages and wedding sites. Do an online course. There's so many opportunities out there. And also, silly things, if you're not an online sort of person, is even a wedding planning diary is a good option, because it will all be broken down. As I said, this is one of the key reasons why I've created Creative Brides, because all these tools are available. We just have to know where to find them. So my next top tip is get organised. First of all, I would say have a separate email address. I cannot stress how much a separate email address will help you. At first it might seem a bit silly, however later on, especially towards the last couple of months when you've got your vendors and suppliers and everybody sending you all the information regarding dates and deliveries and all them things, you're going to be really, really pleased you have got that separate email address. Okay? Pick yourself up a wedding planning diary, because all your information will then be in one place. Okay? Track everything you have got done. So where you are, You know, use your wedding planning checklist, your diary, which comes in very handy. Mark where you are and what you need to be doing next. Have a tick sheet, because it's very easy when you're organising multiple things to forget about where you are and things along those lines. Break your budget down. Say what you're spending and where you're spending it. This will help you save time and stress along the wedding planning process. Okay, and the biggest tip for being organized is pencil yourself out time in your diary to prepare for wedding planning time. So highlight it in a big color, pink, purples, whatever colors you want. Highlight it that this time slot is your wedding planning time slot. There are two really important reasons for this. If you are planning your wedding all day every day, you might end up just having enough, right? um it gets hard, and some family members, even fiancés, sometimes just might need that little bit of a break and might not want to be hearing about it all the time. And you don't want it to become like that. You want it to be a pleasure, an exciting feeling. So please do pencil yourself out a section in your diary, okay? And this then gives you time away from wedding planning, which then allows you to appreciate wedding planning when you are in it, and your brain is in that zone of genius, so it's already working in that area, and you're really stuck into that one subject rather than trying to balance housework, cooking dinner, doing your day job, sending your emails, all them things all at once. It all just becomes too much. So definitely pencil some time out in your diary for solely wedding planning, and make sure you have time away from wedding planning to give yourself that time to refresh and then be excited about getting back to it. Okay, so nextly, keep things simple. Don't overcomplicate things. It's so easy for us, because the power of the internet now, to completely get swept away with what everyone else is doing and what you feel is expected. Okay, we look on Pinterest, which I do love Pinterest. We all love Pinterest, right? It's just a lovely tool to seek, especially for creative people like us. So it's very easy to know what you want and then see something else and then maybe modify it, or maybe even add another item in. This is what the power of having too much information at our fingertips sometimes can do. So really don't overcomplicate things. You know, sometimes less is more. In many cases, less is more. So do think about where your priorities are and how to make the most of them. Even silly things like your backdrop. Do you really need 6 different colour balloons? Could you potentially go for 3? Or, you know, little details like that all take time in planning and processing. So please do think about maybe not overcomplicate anything. Even things like food. Okay, there is a reason why many vendors give us 1 or 2 options, so we would choose 1 or 2 options. Right, if we are potentially offering 6 different options, or 3, 4, 5 different options, okay, it tends to be complicated, because most of the time people don't know what they want. And the second of all is think of the additional preparation time, the additional chasing people up on what they want. The more options tends to sometimes make things more complicated. So please do bear that in mind, that actually in the grand scheme of it, as we said before, less actually is more. Okay. And the second one, last one is be open to people's advice. So we do sometimes become quite defensive about our weddings and wedding planning. And I get it. It's something that we're really proud of. We're really excited, all those things. But please do be open to people's suggestions. Some people have been there before, and many people do act with our best interests at heart. You know, listen to people. You will find out, and you will know when information given is valuable information or not so valuable. So please do take advantage of any useful information that people are giving you, and be open and listen, and maybe pick out the bits that will benefit you. Use, as I've mentioned before, these community groups, and follow a mentor or someone that's going to guide you, and listen to the key pieces of information they are giving you, because they generally are giving you this information to help and to support and make this process easier for you. So please do listen. Listen to the professionals. If your flower lady is saying them two particular flowers don't work, or that particular flower that you really like really isn't in season that time of year, and yes, you can get it, but it might cost you double the price. Maybe, do listen to them, because after all, they are the professional for a reason. So I hope this has helped, and please do, as always, ping me a message, make a comment if there's any queries or questions, and hopefully we shall catch up soon. Thanks. Bye.